Attention listeners, Aftersight's annual hike is coming up on July 27th.
It was a really good experience for me.
Visit aftersight.org/hike and become an audio trekker today.
That hike today gave me so much courage.
Welcome. You are listening to Aftersight. This recording is intended solely for individuals who are blind or have low vision.
Thank you for joining us for the July 11th, Thursday reading of the Montrose and Delta News, as seen in the July 8th, Monday 2024 edition of the Montrose Mirror. Today we will be reading the following main articles. City considers VOA utility fee waiver, hotel tax increase by Caitlin Switzer. Citizens continue to push for non-sanctuary city status by Caitlin Switzer, and following up with miscellaneous articles. And let's begin. City considers VOA utility fee waiver, hotel tax increase by Caitlin Switzer. Montrose. Montrose Mayor J. David Reed opened the regular City Council work session of Monday, July 1st, and welcomed those present. We encourage people to attend. It's a time for Council to hear from staff on various matters that will be coming before us in the not-too-distant future, usually in a couple of weeks. All councillors were present except Councillor Ed Ulibari, who was absent. Discussion items. Community Development Manager Jace Hochwald presented a utility fee waiver request for the Volunteers of America Rendezvous site. Staff has recommended consideration, Hochwald said. This project will improve on and provide some much-needed senior affordable housing in the area. The fees must be reimbursed from the city's general fund. Volunteers of America Vice President of Regional Real Estate Development, Doug Snyder, shared the graphics package for the project. VOA, the Volunteers of America, has historically been a top employer in Montrose, he said. Snyder shared maps and discussed the plans for the project, which will keep some very low-income residents from sliding into homelessness. Approval of the fee waiver request will come before Council on July 16th. Hochwald said. Background. A memo from Hochwald to Council states City Council is considering the request to abate the actual cost of water and sewer connection fees for VOA, Rendezvous Affordable Housing Development, located at 2366 Robbins Way in Montrose. The fees are estimated to total $121,737.80. Volunteers of America VOA are requesting that the City of Montrose abate the water and sewer connection fees in support of the proposed VOA Rendezvous Affordable Housing Project. The project will offer 52 affordable units through renovating the 30-unit pavilion gardens, plus constructing a 22-unit building at the heart of VOA's senior campus in southeastern Montrose. All units will serve seniors aged 55 and older. The development plan includes 28 one-bedroom and 24 two-bedroom units. The unit mix and rents are geared to provide much-needed affordability, with a range of 30 to 60% area median income, which is approximately $18,000 to $42,000 per year. Volunteers of America will be the developer, manager and operator, and long-term owner. The total project budget is approximately $22.5 million. Construction is expected to begin in July of 2024, with an opening date expected in the fall of 2025. Council considered a Colorado State Forest Service grant application request The grant will be used to partially fund a city forester within city limits, Payne said. Staff recommended council approval to submit an urban and community forest grant application in the amount of $250,000 to fund a new city forester position in the Parks Division. Background. A memo from Payne and Ottinger to Council states, the City of Montrose Parks Division is seeking approval from City Council to apply for a Colorado State Forest Service, Colorado Inflation Reduction Act Urban and Community Forestry Grant. The purpose of the grant is to partially fund a city forester position for 5 years to address urban forestry within the city limits. If funding is awarded, the City of Montrose will use it for personnel costs, specifically to hire a city forester, to build capacity as well as help with developing long-range plans inclusive of wildfire mitigation. Also discussed was the possible purchase of the Tyler Technologies municipal court software for an initial amount of $79,419 for year one and $30,615 annually for years 2 to 5. Data entry would be streamlined and would alleviate human error with a more automated process. Quote, We want to take the human error out of it, Municipal Court Judge Erin Maxwell said, adding that staff has reached out to other jurisdictions for feedback, has taken both positive and negative feedback into account, and the software remains the best overall choice for the court to move forward. As it stands currently, the legal team can't even access their own cases. This would give them access to see all of that. The new software would save time and would benefit the entire city legal team, Maxwell said. The costs is in line with other providers, IT Director Greg Story said, adding that Tyler Technology products are considered best of breed and are priced accordingly. Public Safety Attorney Matthew Magliaro said that the court has long outgrown its current software, and the new software would remedy many issues he has faced in his work. Council will be asked to approve the software purchase on July 16th. The expenditure is not budgeted and will be funded out of the undesignated fund balance general fund. City Manager Bill Bell said, Council considered the Public Works Shop Addition and Rio Grande Right-of-Way Addition annexation applications and the associated zoning. The annexation is proposed because the property for the new public workshop is presently in the county rather than the city. Planner William Rees said, the trail between the two properties is already within city limits, requiring that both be voted on separately. He shared the proposed annexation map. The parcels are owned by the city, are eligible for annexation, and the proposed zoning is consistent with current annexation policies, the public health, safety and welfare, and the comprehensive plan, Rees said. Police Chief Blaine Hall introduced Victim Service Coordinator Chantel Bainbridge and her dog Apple as he presented for consideration Resolution 2024-09 in support of the Victim Assistance Law Enforcement VALE grant application. The police department applies for the grant every year. The grant funds would pay for 47% of the Victims Service Coordinator's salary, with $25,000 for Victims Advocate Marissa Abeta. Hall said, we have seen an increase in the number of victims that we are serving from 2022 to the tune of 389 total victims to 2023. A substantial increase at 609 victims. The Montrose Police Department wishes to continue to improve upon the services provided to victims' services, availability 7 days a week. The police department also wishes to reduce the burnout caused by vicarious trauma and maintain longevity with future advocates and employees with this type of position. The police department is mandated to provide services to victims of violent crime. Still, the federal government has advised that there will be a massive cut for funding of victims' services, Hall said. The VALE board has also seen a funding shortfall of 29%. We serve the most victims in the 7th Judicial District, Hall said. The department is seeking other ways to supplement the necessary funding. Mayor Pro Tem David Frank said he recently met with Colorado Attorney General Phil Weiser. He mentioned that he thinks that the Montrose Police is the model. The model for this in the state of Colorado. Thank you and congratulations for all of your hard work and for setting the bar really high, Frank said. Police Chief Blaine Hall said that he was able to meet with Weiser as well and raised concerns to the Attorney General about the difficulty of fulfilling discovery issues and the need for possible additional legislation to ease that burden. General Council discussion. Mayor Reed said that the 4 councillors present had attended the ribbon cutting for the Montrose Children's Museum over the previous weekend. Judy Ann was panning for gold, all very cool stuff. Councillor Judy Ann Fowles said, "As an educator, I was really impressed to see that everything in that entire space is an educational opportunity. I was impressed with the things that I think I could have learned if I had taken the time to read all the different posters." Councillor Doug Glassbill said, "I felt bad that I didn't get a chance to use this little backhoe they had out there. I got to play in the kinetic sand. It was awesome," Mayor Pro Tem David Frank said. Glassbill asked about placing a hotel tax increase on the November ballot. The ballot question must be ready 100 days prior to Election Day, Friday, July 28th. City Clerk Lisa Del Piccolo said there is a small window. City Manager Bill Bell said that the increase has been researched and discussed in the past. Bell said he believes major hotel owners in Montrose are supportive because a lot of the money raised through lodging tax goes right back into the marketing for tourism and filling heads in beds at the hotels. I know the Rathbones in favour and the Marriott, 2 of our newest hotels, are in favour of us doing something. The tax is largely paid by out-of-town visitors, Mayor Reed said. Bell said the funds generated can be used in flexible ways. City Attorney Chris Dowsey said, "If we want to hurry this up, we could get this on next work session and then the following council meeting." Bell suggested discussing the matter at the next work session. Councillors all agreed. Councillor Glassbill asked about a city council pay increase in the next 4 years. Mayor Pro Tem David Frank said he would be interested in more discussion. Mayor J. David Reed agreed. It's something to put on the burner for further discussion. Glassbill said he attended the recent GOLT, Joint Organization Leading Transition meeting, Northwest Colorado Energy Summit, hosted by Montrose County. Next year's meeting will be at Gillette, Wyoming, Glassbill said. Quote, "But I think it would be very appropriate for us to have one of our engineering or public work folks attend that meeting. I think there will be a lot of information there that could be directly focused on some of our needs and potential upcoming needs dealing with both wind, solar, nuclear, and other forms of power generation. Coal plants are continuing to come offline, and in some cases we really don't have replacements for them. I think it'd be very worthwhile to make certain that we start getting into that loop and participating in it. I found it very informative." Mayor Pro Tem David Frank said that the state budget for the Region 10 Area Agency on Aging, the AAA, has been dramatically reduced and limited, and so has federal funding. A lot of our seniors are having trouble staying in their homes. Also, legislation from the state has placed limits on access to internet funding, he said. They're focusing on final mile and not on middle mile. It's like building an elaborate hotel with an elaborate fire system with no water main. Frank discussed the use of settlement funds from the Colorado Opioid Abatement Council, which will be pooled throughout the region. City engineer Scott Murphy said the new roundabout at Niagara would be open to the public the afternoon of July 3rd. A bridge must be replaced at the Lutsen-Hitzer Canal and Ogden Road. We're looking to start that this November. That'll push the Woodgate project to start in March of 2025. Work on South 5th Street is fluid, Murphy said. New holes generated by the construction work will be fixed once the truck traffic is complete. Police Chief Blaine gave kudos to all police department staff for their efforts during the previous busy weekend. With no further comment, Mayor Reed adjourned the work session. Regional news briefs. Murder investigation underway in Pacosa Springs. CBI news release. CBI. Pacosa Springs on Tuesday, July 2nd, 2024 at approximately 2:20 a.m. Archuleta County Sheriff's Office, ACSO, was dispatched to a 911 open line in the 1000 block of County Road 700 near Pacosa Springs. Upon arrival on scene, two Archuleta County Sheriff's deputies discovered a deceased female aged 39. The victim was shot during an apparent homicide. The scene was immediately secured. There is no suspect information that can be shared at this time. Archuleta County Sheriff's Office requested support from Colorado Bureau of Investigation, the CBI. CBI has agreed to be the lead investigative agency. Details will be released as the investigation unfolds. All future media inquiries should be directed to the Colorado Bureau of Investigation. Regional news briefs. Region 10 awarded $288,028 for senior volunteer services, special to the Mirror. Montrose. Region 10 League for Economic Assistance and Planning has received an AmeriCorps Seniors Grant of $288,028 from AmeriCorps, the Federal Agency for National Service and Volunteerism. The grant will expand Region 10's presence by funding a total of 45 AmeriCorps seniors, volunteers in Delta, Gunnison, Hinsdale, Montrose, Ouray, and San Miguel counties, where Region 10 has been providing services for older adults since 1972. Quote, I am excited to work with AmeriCorps and local volunteers to improve the lives of caregivers and homebound residents and help them remain in their homes, said Program Coordinator Claudette Nicholas. The program also enables adults over the age of 55 to gain valuable skills through service, helping them gainfully return to the workforce. With this new funding, Region 10 will leverage the skills and experience of the AmeriCorps volunteers in the 6-county region. These volunteers will be providing routine visits and support to homebound older adults and respite to family caregivers. The program reduces social isolation and caregiver burnout through volunteers who have a regular schedule of visits. Learn more about Region 10 at region10.net and AmeriCorps Seniors at americorps.gov/seniors. For additional information, call Claudette Nicholas at 970-765-3121. Citizens continue to push for non-sanctuary city status by Caitlin Switzer. Montrose. Major J. David Reed presented the second You Make a Difference award to a local resident, and a number of citizens spoke during the time for public comment at the regular City Council meeting of Tuesday, July 2nd. Reid welcomed all and led in saying the Pledge of Allegiance. City Clerk Lisa Del Piccolo took roll and noted that Councillor Ed Ulibarri was absent and all other councillors were present. Mayor Pro Tem David Frank had no changes to the meeting agenda. You Make a Difference Award. Mayor Reid reminded all that 2024 is the year of our citizens and recognised Justin Mashburn, who serves as Recreation Manager at the Montrose Recreation Centre. Mashburn coaches youth sports as well and volunteers for non-profit or organisations that benefit youth. Mashburn was present to accept the award. He thanked the Montrose Rec District, his in-laws, his boys, his wife and the city of Montrose. Thank you for this award, I really appreciate it, he said. Call for public comment for non-agenda items. Mayor Reid read the rules for the public comment, and a number of citizens took time to address City Council. John Brown spoke. Happy 248th anniversary of our Independence Day. Brown cited the preamble to the US Constitution, adding, "We the people have fought for our freedoms in several wars to affirm our justice, our defence, and our well-being. It is up to us and our elected officials to ensure our defence and general welfare is preserved." Brown said that the President of the United States has failed to defend and protect our nation by opening our borders. The Governor of Colorado has failed to defend and protect our great state of Colorado by declaring it a sanctuary state. The Mayor of the City of Denver has failed to defend and protect the citizens living within its borders by declaring Denver a sanctuary city. The City of Montrose is failing its citizens by not passing a declaration of non-sanctuary for Montrose. It is up to Montrose City Council to defend and protect our cities, our citizen, and our way of life, and not go into debt providing for those individuals who have entered our country illegally. Brown said that if City Council is unwilling to pass a resolution, the question of non-sanctuary status should be put to a vote of the people. He recalled the large crowds in attendance at recent meetings. Yet the council rejected a vote and did nothing. This City Council has chosen to ignore the public outcry and has refused to even bring this topic before the council since. Please declare Montrose to be a non-sanctuary city now, Brown said. Next to speak, Nicole Johnston asked council to place a non-sanctuary declaration on a council agenda. Or put it to the people. Thank you, Nicole said. Ron Smith spoke. He said, "First of all, my climate change guy is not here tonight, so I'm going to be here standing for him. While he might not agree, but I say we plant trees. Secondly, I'm inherently opposed to taxpayer dollars funding private enterprise to give certain businesses competitive advantage over other businesses that are struggling to survive, particularly restaurants. It breeds collusion, corruption, inducements, perks, and even bribes. There are unspoken benefits not available to taxpayers. To city employees, like ski privileges and golf privileges, childcare privileges, and other ones I won't mention. I'd like to reiterate our need to declare Montrose a non-city sanctuary city," Smith said. "We are all immigrants, sons or daughters of immigrants. I think we love immigration, or we wouldn't all be here. I've worked with many legal immigrants and served many as clients in my 22 years of business here. We are surrounded by non-sanctuary. Not to decide is to decide." And that is all we have time for today. Thank you for listening to the Montrose and Delta News.